Hi crafty YouTubers, it's the Cranky Crafter here. My name's Sarah and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a card. We're going to be making a Christmas card. It's only 2 months to Christmas. I believe at the point of recording this it is the 4th of November, so not long to go, and I thought we would start making our Christmas cards. And this is the Christmas card that we are going to be creating today. It is using the Sugarplum Dream stamp set, which I haven't actually, this is the first time I've used it, and I am absolutely loving it. I love all these characters and they're perfect for using your new stamping blends if you have them. And it has wishing you a wonderful season there. It has magical moments and Sugarplum dreams bring sparkle and wonder to everyday things. Perfect. And this isn't just for Christmas, because this ballerina there, the little girl there, can be used at any time of the year. There's a nutcracker, there's a king mouse, there is a Christmas tree, some holly and berries and some sprigs, and then there's this accent piece here with a little diamond and some like little circles. And my autofocus isn't on, sorry folks, I turned it off because it kept going in and out and it was making people feel a little bit woozy should I say, and so I turned it off. So this is the card we're going to be creating, but as I said, we're going to be using the stamping blends, and I'm going to show you the new stamping blends that have just come out. They come out for you to be able to buy on the 1st of November, so you can grab these now. And just to show, there's 26 in total. I should really count and check that, but I'm pretty certain that there's 26. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, 26 colours. Oh yes, because there's also the colour lifter. So just keep those separate because I want to be using those ones today. So look at all these wonderful colours, and you can get a light and a dark in each of the colours. So you use the light colour for colouring, and then you can use the dark one for shading, and they blend so nicely. And then you also have the colour lifter, which you can do highlights with, because it actually draws the colour back out. So if you make a mistake and go over the line, you can actually get rid of it, which is pretty clever. So as I said, you get all these colours. You also get a bronze, which I haven't got with me at the moment, that's in the pot now, and you also get an ivory, and they are for the skin tones. Yes, so there we're going to be using some blends today and the stamp set, and we're also going to be using some of this washi tape. I've used washi tape down here, down the sides, and this is beautiful. Look at those colours, and I'm loving this one. The rose gold is my favourite. You've got a silver one, you've got which looks like very vanilla, and silver and gold in that one. This one is like a champagne colour, champagne gold, and then you have the plain gold one there. Absolutely beautiful. And these are in the new autumn winter catalogue. Year of Cheer these come from. So, and we're also going to be using a piece of the Merry Music designer series paper, which you get 24 12 by 12 sheets in a pack, and this is actually paper. It's very thin. You can make your envelopes with this, perfect for that. So let's get on, and I'll pop her there, and there you go, just pop it there so you can see. And we're going to be creating this. So first of all, I used a base of Very Vanilla. I cut it in half lengthways at 4 1/8, and then I cut it down to 11 and scored at 5.5. So my card base is now 4 1/8 by 5.5. Yes, I know it's American size as well. It's not quite, but and then a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, which is cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then the designer series paper is cut at 5 1/4 by 2 inches. So and then I used the large stitched oval dies, and I cut one in Very Vanilla and one in Cherry Cobbler, because we're going to overlay them like so, like I did here. Just overlaid them. So that's what we're going to be doing. So oh yeah, pop, why am I going with her? Pop her back. Right, so first of all, first things first, because I've already made a mess once, so I'm going to do the Stampin' before I do anything else, because when I did this and just tried to film it, I made a bit of a hash and I'd already stuck the papers down. So yes, not very good. So we're going to do that first. That way if I mess up, I can just turn the thing over. I'm going to be using our Versamine mark. Oh my golly gosh, what is wrong with me? I can't talk today. So we're going to be using our Versamark ink. Well, for stamp, because we're going to be doing some embossing, and we're going to be using our Whisper White embossing powder. But before we do anything, I'm going to use my little stamp buddy here to get off any greasy marks off the cardstock, so that my embossing powder doesn't stick to it in places I don't want it to. Right, can't believe it's only 2 months to Christmas. Wow. So let's give that a good inking up, and we're going to stamp this in the bottom right hand corner. Hopefully it works this time and I didn't mess it up. Looks good to me. Whoops. So we get out our embossing powder, and this is where you say fingers crossed. That it's come out alright. And yes, it looks good to me. Yep, perfect. Why didn't it do that last time? Oh, I don't know. So then, sorry for the noise folks, I'm going to hold this away from the cardstock, and I'm only going to bring it in when it gets to quite hot, because I don't want the card to warp. So I'm going to wait and heat it up and then bring it in and cook the embossing powder. So mind your ears folks. I just love white on red. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So just heat it up and you can see that colour, embossing powder changing. There you go. Gorgeous. Perfect. Oh, I love it. So we'll just give that a moment to cool down, and then we're going to pop that away while it cools down, and we're going to bring in our oval so that we can do our stamping and colouring. And where is she? Here is our beautiful ballerina, and we're going to be stamping her in Memento, because Memento black ink is the best ink, or any Memento. If you're going to be using alcohol markers, then you best invest in some Memento, because it doesn't bleed when you use alcohol markers, and it is the recommended ink to use. So give her a good old stamp. Tap 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 tap. There's a bit black there that I don't want to get on, so I'm just going to wipe that off. Sorry folks, they had a little bit on the corner and I didn't want it to go in places it shouldn't. It's doing it again. I don't know why it's doing that, but let's try now. Fingers crossed. Let me get all the ink off my hands so I don't get black everywhere. Oh, turn it over the right way. Yeah. Right. We'll just pop her down. Hold her there for a sec. There she is. Perfect. I surprise myself sometimes. Oh, so look at that. She's just come out really well. I'm just going to give that ink a little moment to dry. In actual fact, I'm just going to... Oops, she's gone dancing then. Give her... heat set that quickly so that I can colour her in. And I'm going to be using the ivory for her skin. And I'm just going to colour her in. Right, and let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit so that you can see. Colour in her face. Right. Some people really enjoy doing colouring. They find it very relaxing. I'm not one of these that does it, you know, the colouring in books and things like that. I wasn't really, it didn't take off with me. It's I don't mind colouring, but I couldn't do it for hours on end. So just getting her legs all the way down, and then her feet. Oh, missed one. There you go. And then now alcohol markers, you can shadow. If you only want small shadows, what I suggest you do is, instead of using a darker colour, use the same colour and go over it again. So as I said, you can use, you know, alcohol markers on alcohol markers gives a shadow. So even if it's the same colour, because the more you layer up, the more colour, you know, you're putting down, so it's going to get darker on your cardstock, and you don't necessarily need to have tons of colours to do shading. As such. The other thing you could do is use your colour lifter, because that takes colour out, so you could use that as highlighter. Which is what I'm going to do now, because down I'm going to lighten her up in places a little, and it brings the colour up. It also blends the colours together better. So there we go. Now we're going to do her tutu, and we're going to do that in colours is as the ivory. We're not going to be using that colour. I did that earlier. Oh, That's it, light pirouettes. So we're just going to colour in her pink. Just colour the whole lot in. Good thing about alcohol markers is they don't leave line strokes. It blends so nicely. So we just colour in like that. Then we're going to get the dark one, like so, and just put in a little bit of shade in. Hope you can see. Just lightly around the edge, like so. Then go back with the lighter colour and blend that in. I've just gone over the edge there, can you see? Don't know if you can see. I can't see it now. Oh yes, there, just the edge of her skirt. I've just, sorry, I know you can't, gone over the edge very, very slightly. So I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to just rub that. And as you can see now, it takes it away. Once it's dry, you won't be able to see it at all. So we're going to come in with this now, and we're just going to take some of the colour out in places we think that the light will have hit it. Her body and clothes. Now we're going to do her shoes, which again I'm going to do in the same pink. So be very careful because this is just crisscross down her feet, her little shoes. Like so. Then we get the darker one and just do a little bit of highlight on her shoes. Like so. And also she has a tiara, so I'm just going to put some colour across her a pink tiara there. Not too much, just a little bit. And she is done. Oh, let's put some hair on. Sorry, you're not done yet, love, are you? I'm sorry. I'm just going to use my light crumb cake because there's lots of lines in her hair. Look, as you can see, there's lots of lines there for her hair. You know, you can't really see much shade in there, so I'm just going to colour her hair in the light shade of crumb cake. Like so. This image is, you know, is a sweet image, and I think it doesn't matter how you colour her in, she's going to look lovely. So now I'm going to bring in my light smoky slate, because you know, she's up in the air at the moment and you need to ground her. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take our brush nib of our smoky slate and we're going to put in some ground like so, just so that she's not up in the air and looks like she's, you know, on some form of ground. Don't have to do much. And then we're going to take our bullet tip for our lifter and just go over it, just so that you're basically taking out the hard lines and you know, softening it up, softening it up a little bit. There you go. So she's now on some ground, and there we have her, beautifully, isn't she beautiful? So now we're going to put our card together. We've got all our pieces and we're ready to go. So we're going to glue our, I'm going to use a tape runner or snail. I'm waiting for my snails to come. I've ordered some, so I'm just going to use this for now because I have it here. And I'm going to put my piece of music paper down like so. I'm going to choose one of my washies, and I think I'm going to go with a thin one this time and use that. And I'm going to look at my, I'm covered in red ink. I'm just going to go right up to the edge like so. I'm going to cut it a little bit away, and I'm just going to fold that over. Oh, I should really zoom back out, sorry. There you go. And then we'll do the other side. That's not very straight, is it? Better. So just fold that over. Right. Just fold that over like so. Give that a bit of a burnish down. Oops. There we go. And now we're going to mount this on the back of the card. I'm going to use a little bit of fast fuse for this. You don't need to use much. Oops. What's? It's got a mind of its own. So this goes on here. Getting it even. Like so. And then we get our dimensionals, which are here. And we're only going to pop this one up, and we want to put dimensionals on this side. So see, the alcohol inks bleed through. This paper holds up quite well actually for alcohol markers. I will put one over here, just slightly. Yeah, and it actually holds up quite well. You can see it bleeds through, but it, you know, it doesn't, so it does hold quite a bit of the ink. Then we're just going to mount her like, oops, like so. And then I'm just going to pop a bit of fast fuse on the back. If it wants to work. There you go. And we'll pop her on. Like so. that's all that's left to do now. I mean, if you want to stamp a sentiment in this inside, you can. I probably will. Is to pop a couple of rhinestones on. So I'm going to just pop a couple on. One up there. There we go. And there's our card. So I think you agree it's quite sweet, isn't it? I love the alcohol markers, and it, you know, you can take your time and you can create, you know, beautiful colouring. So thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you like my project. Hope you like the card. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you if you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button, and that way you'll get told when I upload any videos. But if you click the little bell beside the subscribe button as well, you will actually be notified when I upload a video. So give that a click as well if you want to. And if you need any of the products or would like any of the products that I've used today, then if down in the description box down there, you'll find a link to my blog and store. So give that a click and go on over. You have to create an account if you want to purchase anything. So create an account, and then you can shop, or you can even just look. You don't need to create an account to go and have a look, and just go and have a look. Please come and join us on my Facebook group. I'm the Cranky Crafter on Facebook, and please come and join us. I'll leave the link for that in the description box below as well if you want to come and join. So thanks very much, folks. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my project, and I will catch you all later. Bye for now.